Hello, WarriorJ2112 here, and today I'm off to show you my PS3 games collection as of today. Now the PS3, basically it's a console that basically is the third console of the main PlayStation series, not exactly the third console of PlayStation. Technically it's the fourth, considering the PSP was that before it. Yeah. Basically, yeah. So, yeah, basically it was a console, and it was HD as well, which was like really impressive for the time because it was released 2006, 7 or so. Yeah, and yeah, I'm surprised it's actually still selling because like you'd think it was like you think it'd be discontinued at this point, but apparently not. Okay, I have a couple of games in here. You can see, actually no, you can't see, but I have a big pile next to me. I'm going to take games out of said pile right now. Let's just go down onto the bed and we can just take a look. Starting off with the first one we have right next to us at the moment, Little Big Planet. The first one. Yeah. This is the first game I really got from my PS3. Actually no, it's not actually. It's actually the third one. And it's actually the first one I ever got with the PS3 because this was a pack-in game with my PS3. Yeah, so we got that with PS3, and it was like, I really wanted to play this game because I remember seeing like the commercials for it back then. And I was like, oh my god, this looked so awesome! I really wanted to like play it. Yeah, I remember this one particular one where there's like, I can't remember now. It was like there was this like person called Molly in it, apparently. I can't remember. I could probably look it up on YouTube. It was probably uploaded by somebody. Don't know who. Anyway, this is a good game. Basically, you can create your own levels, and it's like, yeah, this was pretty awesome. It was like, you could do whatever you want, pretty much, or at least for the time, anyway. Yeah, you could just like plenty of stickers. Like you can decorate your Sackboy with different costumes and all that. You can like make your own level. Yeah, there was also a story here, but I didn't really care much of it. But it's because like, who really cares about the story if all you care about is just making your own levels? Oh, I suppose there is a reason to care about the story, so you can like unlock more items to make said levels. Oh, okay, but it's still a good game, and I suggest you get it. Little Big Planet 2. There's just no cover in it because the cover broke off. But take my word for it, it's Little Big Planet 2. In fact, I'll prove it to you. Little Big Planet 2. Everything's in it, and everything's intact. Anyway, yes, Little Big Planet 2. Basically, it's the sequel to Little Big Planet 1, which came out, the first one came out in 2008. This came out in 2011 or 2010, whatever. Yeah, 2010. But, like, I remember this game was, like, delayed, because, like, I don't know why, it's like, the game was originally meant to come out in Europe in like 2010, and I was like, oh man, I couldn't wait. I was gonna get it for Christmas, but the game was like delayed to like 2011, and it was like January 2011. I was like, crap, I couldn't get it for Christmas. For God's sake, why not? Oh yeah, because it was delayed. But yeah, what do I think of the game? It's freaking awesome. Actually, it's like probably even better than the first. Like. Actually, I think Little Big Planet games get even better with every preceding game. Yeah, except maybe Little Big Planet on PSP, because that one wasn't fantastic to be say. It's more like on par with the first Little Big Planet, because it was more like that thingy. Anyway, Little Big Planet 2, it was awesome. There was like more options to choose from. You can even put like Sackbots. Yeah, and it was like, yeah, and it was like. It was more cinematic than the other one, from what I remember. And it was like, it's actually even better. I mean, like, there's like so much you can do. Not that you can do already with the first game, but yeah. So much fun to be had. Like, you have Sackbots, and you can even like do lots of other cool stuff too. Yeah. It's like even bigger. And probably better too. I recommend it. And finally, Little Big Planet 3. yeah, was well. This was good. I thought this was going to be a PS4 exclusive, but then they announced they were going to make a PS3 version, probably because there are some people here who don't have a PS4 like me. But there's not really any difference between the PS4 and PS3 versions anyway. Like there's like, okay, maybe the graphics, maybe, but that's literally it, and pretty much nobody really cares about the graphics anyway. But yeah, this game is awesome. I mean, like, basically you have more layers, and it even introduces new characters to play as too. Because like, I mean, we all like Sackboy, and instead this is from a different developer as well. Because the first two games were developed by Media Molecule. This game is actually developed instead by Sumo Digital, who I know of for developing Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. What am I saying? Which is a good game. And they might have developed a few other games too. Oh, yeah, and I think they developed Driver 76 as well, which is also really good. Anyway, Bailey Plank 3. A friggin' awesome game. We get to play as more characters. Let's see. There's Sackboy, there's... I can't remember the names of them. I know this one's Swoop, and I can't remember which one's Odd Sock and which one's the... I know there's a character called Odd Sock. I think he mentions it in the manual. There we go. There we go. This is Odd Sock, and this one's Toggle. Oh yeah, I'm forgetting the names of them. But you never get the names of Sackboy. Who is Newton? Isaac Newton. Let's see. Not too much is known about the mysterious Newton, but he's the chap who sent the travel to Bunkum. Yeah, he's the one that introduces you to them. He's the one that introduces you throughout the game, but apparently there's lots of things that are really suspicious about him. Oh my god. Is he Flowey? Oh my god, could it be an inspiration? I doubt it though. Also they made a mobile phone game for Little Big Planet for the iOS and Android. Neither of which are actually Sony products, but okay. At least it's good. It's like, I played a bit of it actually, and it was, from what I played, it was pretty good. I don't have the game myself, should probably install it sometime, but yeah. Although more people should make more levels on this game. I mean, there's a lot of levels on Little Big Planet that seems to be made on Little Big Planet 1, which is like, in this time and age, like how many years has it passed right now? Like 8, pretty much 8 years, and then people are still making levels on them. No, not 8, will it be 7? Because technically it hasn't passed them. Yeah, but Little Big Planet 3 is a good game. Max Payne 3. Max Payne 3. This was bought for GameStop at €9.99. Yeah, I didn't play this game, but I should probably start playing these kind of games because like. But if I'm gonna start off playing a trilogy, I should probably start off with playing the first part of said trilogy, like Max Payne 1. I should probably start off with, because yeah. But I should probably explain a bit. So it's published by Rockstar, and it was like, yeah. It's pretty interesting, really, but I never really played this game. As I said, I should probably start with playing the first one in the friggin' trilogy. The Adventures of Tintin, The Secret of the Unicorn. This is one of the games I got received for my birthday back in 2014, and it's pretty good. The confusing part, though, is that we started playing the multiplayer mode first, but because, I don't know, it was just and then we just confused, we're like, oh, this isn't part of the story of the movie. We did see the movie, and there's also we also apparently read my friend apparently read the comic as well, but this is a good game, and it's good for co-op. This multiplayer mode is good, and the single player is also pretty cool. I should probably progress more in this game, but I should probably start off sometime. I mean, yeah. I can just log on to my Uplay account and oh crap, the focus. I should probably log on to my Uplay account to get more characters and more items, because that way, yeah, awesome stuff happens. Yeah, I can basically get to play scenes of the movie. By the way, what do you think of the movie? It's friggin' awesome, and yeah, it had nice actiony parts, and yeah, If you've never seen The Secret of Unicorn, by the way, what are you waiting for? Just start watching now. Because it's like freaking awesome. And this game, it's pretty good. It's good for co-op, like I said. In fact, all the games I got for my birthday back then were like for co-op anyway, so yeah. Toy Story 3. Yes. Because the best because it was the best Pixar movie at the time, it had to receive a PS3, it had to receive a video game as well. This time, I got on PS3. I mean, it was like multi-platform, but I got the PS3 version. Why? Because you could play as Zurg in this version. Yeah, in the Toy Box mode. I should probably explain this game. Yeah, basically, Toy Story 3, it's one of the greatest movies ever made. I mean, if you've never seen it, then how dare you? Just basically watch it. I mean, like, if you have the time, then just do it now. Please, I'm begging you. Anyway, there's two modes you can play in. Toy Box mode, where basically it's like a sandboxy mode, where you can basically just do whatever the crap you want. Whatever the hell you want. And then there's a story mode, where basically just goes into, you just do the story mode of them. Toy Story 3. Yeah, and it's well, say the story of Toy Story 3. It's like this is like the story with a little bit of my. It's like has lots of added stuff into it, but that again, that's how you like make it so that you can expand on it. I mean, expanding like the movie like can sometimes make the game a bit more interesting, which is what some movie-based games do. But then sometimes like they don't, which is. Also, nice, clever design on the disc. It's like the Pixar ball, nice ball design. Similar with this happened on a PC game with Glover on PC. This also had a sort of ball design. Toy Story 3, the manual. On the back, more designs. On the back, you'd see Lego Toy Story. Remember that? Remember this? I think Woody had like the longest Lego legs for any figure. That is, unless they decide to make a Mettaton Lego figure, in which case it has to be even longer. Lego. Anyway, and this was my mission that I never managed to complete. Trying to get all the Toy Story collection toys from Thinkway. I never managed to do this because I probably grew old or money problems. But yeah, I never did manage to get all the movies. Get all the movies in high def in HD on Blu-ray. Wait for the movie. Get some toys, buddy toys, and action links and stuff like that. And Disneyland. One of the greatest places ever. If you've never been there, then. But yeah, this is a good game. Pretty awesome. If you especially get the PS3 version, because that way you can play as Zurg. Shaun White snowboarding. It's snowboarding featuring Shaun White. What else? I remember playing this game a few times. It was pretty interesting. You get to like do your own like sort of moves and stuff. It's pretty good. And yeah, like do your own stuff. You can do like sort of all these kind of tricks, which are pretty cool. And yeah, actually, it's been a long time since I played this game. It's been a long time since I played a lot of these games in my collection. So yeah. Dark Souls Ultimate Edition. Oh, limited edition even. I should learn to read. Anyway, Dark Souls Limited Edition. Basically, it's this is a game my brother got because he really likes Dark Souls, and you have the limited edition. It comes with the game itself and the art book. I'll probably take both of them out later, but Prepare to Die from the makers of Demon Souls and Digimon. Oh wait, you're referring to From Software, weren't you? Oh, my mistake then. Anyway. This limited edition exclusive content comes with the game Dark Souls behind the scenes DVD, an art book that nobody really cares about apparently. I don't know why Stuart Ashton said this in one of his limited edition videos when talking about BlazBlue. I mean, like, I don't know why he said art books are pointless because they're making me follow into his footsteps, and yeah, I don't know why he says that. I mean, like, now I think of it, art books are kind of interesting, and he's like Oh, you should like. Oh, you can just find his art anywhere on the internet or something like that. But I mean, I know he's a great reviewer, but that's one of the things I disagree with on. To be honest. Anyway, Dark Souls. I never really played it. I've seen apparently people say it's one of the hardest games ever, so it must be true. Yeah. Dark Souls art book. Oh yeah, and by the way, hang on, what the? Oh, there we go. The discs aren't there because apparently my brother doesn't want them to be in the book because they might get scratched easily. Dark Souls. It's the same, pretty much the same height as the Blu-ray case, but okay. I should probably try and putting this back in now. That's not good. That's gonna be a bit of an ordeal, especially if you're gonna do it with one hand. Hang on, jump cut. There we go. Yeah, one of the hardest games ever, according to most people. You can't pause in it either, because that means you can't pause in the game, which was kind of a stupid move, because that means if you're gonna like pause, like get a quick sandwich, and you don't pause. You can't pause, so basically, yeah, and you can't pause, so basically, if you're gonna get a sandwich and a monster comes by, you're basically gonna be dead. Yeah. Dark Souls 2. Yeah. This time it's personal. Go beyond death. Go to purgatory or something like that. I don't know. From Software's grueling breakout hits return to claim your soul. What? Anyway, this is like a PS3 game. Basically, it's like, again, it's hard, and then yeah, it's really difficult. So you need to be like really good at this game. Unfortunately, I never played this game, so I wouldn't know how the difficulty works. So my argument pretty much falls flat. Yeah, Dark Souls 2. Pretty hard. Lost Planet 2. There's a lot of games here in my collection that seems to be I've never really played much of, but this being one of them. But basically, Lost Planet 2, I think it's the sequel to Lost Planet 1. A war too big to fight alone. Kill big or be killed. A once bleak world of ice and snow violently awakens to all that war that leaves no part of the planet's surface untouched. EDN, third, is ripped apart as rival human factions fight upon each other and overwhelming alien forces in order to prevail. Prepare for war on a planetary scale. Yeah. That's something you should care about, right? Lost Planet 2. Yeah, apparently it's a game where you have to be in a war or suffer the consequences or something like that. I wouldn't know. Star Wars The Force Unleashed Ultimate Sith Edition. Yeah. Now, I've only been like into Star Wars for a few months, so I wouldn't know a lot about it. Actually, that's not entirely true. I mean, I watched all the seven movies so far, and so I would kind of know a bit of it. So consider me a fan. Yeah, I'm in. But yeah, I should probably start playing Star Wars games, proper ones, like other than like Lego Star Wars or something like that. But yeah, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, basically. You get your LucasArts. Yeah. It's a pretty interesting game, actually. You can, like, do whatever Star Wars-y things you can do, I guess. But I should probably start playing it. I mean, like, it's pretty interesting, to say the least. Yeah, I have this game. Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. And it's in it's the wrong region as well. You can see, I'm in Europe, so I should be having games out of this region. I don't know how this would stand out. Not this region, because this has a ESRB. Anyway, but who cares anyway? Because like PlayStation 3 games are like region free anyway. Anyway, this is the game that everybody hates for some reason. I mean, like, when I say for some reason, there are a few reasons why people hate it. Because like glitches and how it's not like 2D Sonic games, and apparently, if you like this game, that makes you a Sonic fanboy. Apparently, I don't even get it, because that basically just implies that apparently you can't. Can't you have like opinions? I mean, like not everyone's supposed to be like exactly the same everywhere. I mean, like if you like a game that not a lot of people like, then is that a bad thing? Like, seriously? Why are people acting like it's a big friggin' deal? Anyway, Sonic 06. Yeah, I bought this game, like, I was trying to look for this game, like, everywhere, but what? And you're like, Jake, how can you try and look for a game that we hate? Wow. You must be in really bad taste. Anyway, but basically, I was trying to look for the game. They all they only had is the 360 version, but I tried to look for the PS3 version. I just found it in my luck. But it's the NTSC region. Well, NTSC. It's not really NTSC. It's just like it's American, but it still works on PAL PS3s, but European PS3s, and yeah. There you go. Yeah, a lot of people hate this game. I honestly kind of like this game. I mean, sure, it's not perfect, and I mean, like, sure, it's not perfect. I mean, the camera is pretty bad, and sure, like, some points I did encounter a few glitches, but like, they're not entirely game breaking. But and load times are pretty bad as well, but it's not entirely terrible. I mean, like, this was an early PS3 game. Give it a chance. So yeah, it's a pretty decent game, at least for me. I'm just trying to give it a chance, but I wouldn't say recommend it. I wouldn't say like get it because everyone else is saying the exact opposite. So yeah. Sonic Unleashed. Yeah, this game is actually, people say Sonic 06 was really bad and you shouldn't like it. This game has actually gotten quite mixed opinions, but this is actually a really, really good game. Yeah, basically this is a game where it basically has two Sonics. You can play as the normal everyday Sonic in the daytime, and then the Werehog Sonic in the nighttime, and it's pretty freaking sweet, if you ask me. Yeah. It's actually pretty interesting. Like, you can have like supersonic speeds, speeding fast through the levels, but then you can also like be like action beat 'em up levels like with the Werehog, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting actually. Yeah, the best 3D Sonic game ever conceived. Not to mention one of the greatest 2D Sonics as well. Said Games trademark. Yeah, I agree. This is a freaking sweet game, and if you've never played it before, then what are you waiting for? Get the game now. Especially get the one on PS3 or Xbox 360, because those versions are the best. Do not get the one on Wii or PS2, because those ones aren't very good. But why Sonic 06 was okay, and Sonic Unleashed was awesome, none can be quite as awesome as Sonic Generations. Sonic's 20th anniversary title. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty awesome actually, because like Sonic goes back in time by time meter, and he goes like to meet his past self, which is always pretty good, because it's like if I were to go back in time and meet my old self before I even made this account, or like any other character really. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. Yeah, new meets old. Yeah. And basically we're Sonic, and then like both, and yeah. Two Sonics, two ways to play. You can play like, you can go like speeding through all them. You can go like 2D mode where you can like go classic Sonic, where you can like go 2D all around the levels, and even through all the 2D, and even through all the modern stages as well. You can like be 2D in City Escape and in Crisis City and all those kind of places. And you can also be 3D and use the boost thing that in Sonic Unleashed to like go really, really fast in levels like in Green Hills and Chemical Plant and and Sky Sanctuary. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Probably the best Sonic game that came out in like a while. It's probably going to stay like that until a new Sonic game comes out. I mean, granted, Sonic Lost World on Wii U is pretty good, but not as good as Sonic Generations. And don't get me started on Sonic Boom. I played that game at my friend's house. Yeah, and basically say, it was basically really bad. Probably the worst Sonic game I played. That's probably the worst Sonic game I've ever played, next to Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis on GBA. I mean, people say this game is bad, but that's not true. Sonic Boom's probably the worst. But this game is freaking awesome, and I suggest you pick it up as soon as you can. The Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection, or as it's known in the US as Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection, I believe. Anyway, yeah. An epic collection of over 40 gaming classics. Basically features Sonic, Streets of Rage, Echo the Dolphin, Shining Force, Golden Axe, and lots more. I mean, it has all 7 Sonic games, or 8 Sonic games if you count Flicky as one, which most people wouldn't. But yeah, it has Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic & Knuckles, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic Spinball, and Sonic Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. But enough about Sonic. Let's talk about the rest of the games. We have Streets of Rage, we have Echo the Dolphin, we have Ristar, which by the way is one of the most underrated games ever. Vector Man, Dynamite Headdy, Golden Axe, don't forget about Golden Axe, and Alex Kidd, and Comic Zone, and Altered Beast. Yeah, the list goes on. Like pretty much all the Mega Drive games that Sega developed on here. You have all the Sonic games in there except for the lock-on titles, which is a shame. But yeah, we have those Sonic games. We have the Golden Axe. We have basically all the ones basically. Play the classics. Play the originals that started all. Now in HD. Yeah, you can play Sonic. That's not Sonic 2. That's Sonic 3. Anyway. I still can't get over that. But yeah, this game's freaking awesome, and I really recommend you get this, because like, especially if you have memories of the Mega Drive when you were like young, or the Genesis if you're American. But yeah, if you have many memories of the Mega Drive, then buy this game. Or if you really want to know what the Mega Drive was like, get this game still. I mean, like, one of the best compilations ever. Lego Star Wars, the complete saga. Yeah. Basically includes episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And those, sir. Yeah, basically just remastered all of them. Both Lego Star Wars games from the PS2 into HD, which is always a good start. Which is always good, because like, making things HD is always good, especially for people who really only care about HD. I.e., not me. Kick some brick in 1 through 6. Thank goodness this word isn't rude. Play through a fun Star Wars galaxy that combines the endless customization of Lego with the epic story from all 6 episodes of Star Wars. Yeah. I mean, I really like Star Wars, and Lego Star Wars even, because like, probably the best Lego game out there. Especially before they decided to just repeat the same engine for all the rest of the Lego games. Yeah. Online 2-player. I wonder if people still play online on this game. That would be interesting actually. Play online, new levels and characters that further complete the entire Star Wars saga. Well, at the time, I mean, with episode 7 out, that's pretty much irrelevant. New gameplay features includes enhanced force powers, new power-ups, and new challenge modes. That's always freaking sweet. And yeah, this game is awesome. I mean, like, you want to have all the Star Wars collection, all Lego Star Wars games from the PS2 or whatever, GameCube or whatever console, because like, both Lego Star Wars games were multi-platform, weren't they? Yeah, they were. Well, get this game, it's freaking sweet. Rayman Origins. Yeah. The first Rayman game on PS3, and it's probably one of the best ever, too. The fourth one in the story. Yeah. I really like the style of this thing, too. It's like, yeah, you can just tell they really, like, put lots of effort in this game. It's the best Rayman game that came out in a while. I mean, like, the last Rayman game that came out, last proper Rayman game that came out, was like Rayman Raving Rabbids 3. I mean, with TV Party, which was like 2008 or so, and then this game came out in like came out like 3 years later, but it was still pretty sweet. I mean, like, you can play as all your favorite. You can play as Rayman. You can play as Globox. You can play as Tinsies. Pretty much, and it even brings and also brings back the rest of the characters that were from Rayman 1, like Batilla the Fairy, I think his name is. But yeah, you have all these characters, and they draw lots of fan art of them because that's how the internet works, right? If you have a very hot character, you always draw fan art of them because it's the law. But yeah, that's irrelevant. Yeah, this game was freaking sweet. If you never got this game before, then try it out. I mean, like, this is just one of the best Raymans you can ever play. And then came Rayman Legends on Wii U and multi-platform that was really delayed. I think it was delayed for like, it was only going to come out in 2012 when the Wii U was launched, but then they decided to delay it for like a year or so that they can port it to other systems in case people didn't have a Wii U like I didn't at the time. Should probably try getting that game sometime, actually, because it's really good. Yeah, get this game. You won't be disappointed. The Last of Us by Naughty Dog, and it's Polish. I don't know how to pronounce that. I try, whenever I try to pronounce it, I always keep failing. Anyway, I didn't really play much of this game. I don't really know what this game's about, to be fair. It's probably about him. It's developed by the same people who made Uncharted and Crash Bandicoot and Jak and Daxter. So, yeah. So, you go, The Last of Us. So I saw something. Alright. Game's pretty interesting. I never really played it though, so I wouldn't know. They recently released this game onto PS4. Yeah. Ooh, what's this? Kingdom Hearts? Yeah, why? Yes. Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix, to be precise. Here's Sora. There's Donald. There's Goofy. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts, the game where they basically tell you all the basically a game that Square Enix made that they also decided to put Disney characters in it, which is always a great mix. I mean, like, you have all these like great characters that Square Enix made, and they even got a few Final Fantasy characters in there too, I believe. And then they also have them. Yeah, this is another one of those art books too, but it's an art book. You wouldn't think that there would be a game inside. Yeah. Stuff in Japanese. So a forward in Japanese and a forward in English. Some concept art, which is pretty cool. Dumbo. Let's see, Mushu. Yay, Disney. Sora. Yeah, this is Sora. Some Sora art. Some Sora concept art with on tracing paper. And actual Sora in-game model. Oh, there's Sora with Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and Tigger. And there's the young Henrika Wood and there's the house of... There's Mr. Sanders. Yay. Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, London. This is like the place. This is like Halloween Land, isn't it? Is that the place what it's called? Here, Keyblades. More Keyblades. The actual front cover for the first Kingdom Hearts. And then we have the game itself. Because there's nothing better than actually paying for a game that you actually bought. Your Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Remix, HD Remix. Yeah, I really like the fact that they put Disney characters. I mean, my mother really liked the fact that they had lots of RPG stuff. Yeah. It's really good. Prince of Persia, The Forgotten Sands. Forgotten Sands. It's gonna have a bad time. Yeah, 12. Ubisoft. Yeah. From the creators of the Sands of Time. Oh, they're talking about this was actually called the Sands of Time, and I was like, what? I've never remembered. It's just called Prince of Persia. Anyway, Sands of Time. Discover your power, realize your destiny. Ring got either. Perform gravity-defying acrobatic moves. Master the elements of nature used them to manipulate the world. Fight in epic battles against terrifying hordes and enemies. I should probably start playing these games, like Prince of Persia. I mean, like, it's quite an interesting game. Yeah. Assassin's Creed 2. No, Assassin's Creed. I think it's a game where it's like set in Italy and you play as like Ezio, I think. I never really played much either here. Here, Ezio Auditore da Firenze. That's Italian, by the way. Yeah, you're in Italia, and you're doing stuff, Italian stuff, probably murdering stuff. I don't know. It's worked. All I remember of this game was like. All I literally remember this game was like they decided to put a Mario reference here. And it was like, don't you recognize me? It's a me, Mario. That's where somehow that's exactly how it went. Like pretty much, yeah. That always like makes me chuckle every time because like I'm just happy that they put that Ubisoft decided to put that kind of reference into their game. Way to go, guys! You really did. You really did our kind of proud. Yeah, this is interesting. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Yeah, more Ezio time. It's Ezio's time again. We here to do some stuff. Should probably start playing the Assassin's Creed games. Like Assassin's Creed 3 on the Wii U is probably the cheapest game I could find that's sex on Wii U. It's like €10, but that's irrelevant. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Lockable in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. A preview, yeah, and log on to Uplay, which you can only play Ubisoft games on. I don't know. And you can even get a Assassin's Creed Brotherhood thingy, a novel. What's on the other side? Literally the exact same thing. Except one of them has a copyright notice. The other one doesn't. Well done. Yeah, this is Mon Nation Racers. Yeah, this game, it's pretty awesome. I mean, like, probably my favorite racing game on the PS3. I mean, if you never played this game, then what are you doing? Yeah, basically you can like create your own. You can like create your own mods. Where mods is in like the kind of characters you play as, this kind of species. And the people made a lot of great ones on here. Like the people, I like downloaded a crap ton of them. And yeah, you also create their own races and their own carts as well. You can do that, and it's always freaking awesome. You know, I mean, seriously, one of the greatest PS3 games ever. Yeah, I mean, sure, there might be a few problems with it. Like it's like most games, like it's not perfect. Yeah, for example, with them when you're like racing and when you're like the chief comes onto you like every time like. You're like racing, and he's always keep encouraging you to like going first. Yeah. I mean, I kind of get it. I mean, like, I know it's great being first and everything, but like, kind of over encouraging it, don't you think? Yeah. I mean, sure. Yeah, being first is important if you want to get a trophy or something, but yeah, second's okay too, right? Suppose he doesn't mind being second either, but first is always better than second, because like 1 is always better than 2, I guess, because 1 is a lower number than 2, and so is 0, but there's no 0th place. But anyway, this game's awesome. That was just a minor nitpick of that mine anyway, just earlier. But yeah, this game's awesome. You can like Yeah, like I said, customization is like the key for this game. And if you never and like, just like anything is possible with this game. Like, it's basically like the Little Big Planet with kart of racing before that actually happened. Yeah, this is freaking sweet. Recommended. Ratchet and Clank: Tools of Destruction. Man, this is actually the only platinum game I have in the entire pile. Really. Alright. Ratchet and Clank Future, as it's called in the US for some reason. Anyway. So basically, this is I think this is the first Ratchet game on the PS3, and yeah, this is pretty interesting. 'Cause, like, it's one of the games that a lot of people really like, and for reasons, because, like, well, it's pretty good. Yeah. One of the best-selling games qualify for platinum. Too bad there's not a lot of platinum games on the PS3. Yeah. We have more on PS2 and to a lesser extent on PS1 than on here. Anyway. Yeah, this is a pretty interesting game. It isn't. Yeah. A lot of people like it, and I kind of do too. Nice to the manual's a survival guide as well. Oh yeah, on the back. When more Ratchet can't get enough Clank, then you'll love Ratchet and Clank Side Mirrors out now on PSP, and whichever planet you're on, you can take your intergalactic adventures with you wherever you will go. Yeah, I love that. I love these taglines. Yeah. This is pretty good. I had Quest for Booty, which, like, my brother beat, so, like, he really likes Ratchet and Clank. Yeah. But anyway. Ratchet and Clank: A Crack in Time, the collector's edition. You can tell because it has this lovely holographic sticker thingy. Yes. Yeah, it's a collector's edition with stuff that I since lost. Anyway, has time run out for Ratchet and Clank? Probably. Special edition featuring limited edition art book, Insomniac Moon, both of which are probably lost. Let's find out. Let's get that open. Manual. Ratchet and Clank: Tools of Destruction, the exact version that I had. No, there's no moon. Unless... No, there's nothing. I think we might have lost it from something. Or I might have used it once. One of the two. Ratchet and Clank: A Crack in Time. On the bottom we have this nice little picture. What the? Uh-oh. That's a bad start. Anyway. Put it in. Try to put it in. Damn it. Just jump. There we go. So yeah. This is pretty cool too. Ratchet and Clank All for One Special Edition. Basically, yeah, another one. This is a holographic again. This time it's kind of more like a hologram than the other one. Yeah, this is 2011. Anyway, this one we still had the book for this one, like unlike the one for the Little Big Planet 3. But let's see. We have the we would have had the what would this version have? This would have had this bonus content. 4 extra character skins, Ratchet, Clank, Quark, Dr. Nefarious, 4 weapons, 4 PlayStation Network avatars, and a dynamic theme. What are those? For friends like these, who needs enemies? Yeah. Try doing that with them. Try doing that with someone you really hate, or try doing that with them something else, and see how that goes along. Anyway, Ratchet and Clank All for One. This is a spin-off game to Ratchet and Clank. It's, if I play, it's pretty cool. It's like a little co-op game, and... yeah. So, yeah. And I kind of like these kind of games because, like, it's good if you play with a friend. Otherwise you're not going to have any fun. Bear with me. Man, I'm gonna have to do a lot of jump cuts today, aren't I? Anyway, yeah, this is a pretty cool game. Ratchet and Clank Q-Force is the only one I barely know about. Like, and we don't have Into the Nexus, oddly, but yeah, this still has the sticker of the that I tried to get rid of, but as you can see, it didn't really work well. Yeah, this is the sticker called the Q-Force. Trigalactic President Captain Quark researched in vain for Spanish adventure until a mystery supervillain plunged 3 planets into chaos. Now, with the help of Ratchet and Clank, is up to the Q-Force heroes to strike back to against a massive alien invasion. Yeah. It says oh, look, it's the download your cross to code content. I'm gonna look back and see if there's any oh, never mind. This is literally just a thing just to see how you can like play it on your Vita. And on the back we have Ratchet and Clank Trilogy. I already have the first and third games on PS2, but this might be good for my brother if he wants to play some old school Ratchet on his our PS3. And as I said before, we don't have Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus, or we don't have and by the way, the movie's gonna come out soon and they're gonna reboot the game onto PS4. I think it might be based on the movie. The movie's quite interesting. I should probably check it out sometime when it comes out, maybe. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Game of the Year edition. Mind you, there's not a lot of Game of the Years, are there? Anyway, yeah, Call of Duty, probably one of the most overrated games in the world. How it's won 3 BAFTAs and 4 golden joysticks, I have no idea. Anyway, 10 out of 10. The score that this game doesn't really need. Seriously, it's not that worthy of a high score. I mean, like, yeah. This isn't really good. I'm gonna get a lot of fanboys up my butt, aren't I? By saying that, aren't I? Modern Warfare 2. Okay, at this point, I should probably point out that all these games, they're pretty much exactly the freaking same. I swear, like, I don't know why they bother to even, like, make, different versions, make new games. They're all pretty much the same. Modern Warfare 2 is an absolute tour de force, really. Adventure interaction games has just been raised. That was a first-person shooter. That's seems to be the only thing that seems to be made these days, isn't it? Uh-oh. Oh crap, I showed a code. Enter this code in Infinity Ward for exclusive access. I'm not going to show the code. I didn't realize there was a code at the back. Not that it matters anyway, because the website's probably turned into something else. I don't know. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Yeah. Or MW3, it's just to confuse everybody. Oh, never mind. Anyway. The game, I originally had this on the 360, but apparently we got rid of it. But then since got the PS3 version, and I'm like, why? This game isn't very good. I mean, like, oh, I didn't realize there was 2 discs inside. Oh yeah, we have Black Ops as well for some reason. I've forgotten where I put this disc actually. Yeah, this isn't a good game either. None of the Black Call of Duty games are, except maybe the old ones, because like. Yeah, the old ones. Why don't everybody ever talk about them anyway? Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, yeah. And Black Ops isn't very good either. I mean, the only interesting thing about these games, I mean, like, you can make avatars on them, but then I don't play Call of Duty, so yeah. And neither would I plan to. Like, they're pretty much all exactly the freaking same. The best-selling franchise in PS3 history is back. What, the best-selling franchise in PS3 history? Wait. You mean there are no other games that sold more copies in this game? Really? But not even... What about friggin' Ratchet and Clank? Maybe Little Big Planet or... Let's see... Resistance. What about them? Yeah, Uncharted. Have you ever thought of these games? I guess not, because that doesn't exist. The only games from Activision count in the PS3 history. Yeah. Seriously, these games are terrible. This is the last Call of Duty game I have here. Thank God. Call of Duty World of War. I didn't know there was a PS3 version, but now I know. I really wish I didn't get it. Because these games are just awful. Yeah. These games are freaking overrated. I mean, like, why? These games don't need to be. Oh, they are anyway. Borderlands 2. Yeah. A game that a lot of people really like, and for good reasons. Like, there's a sequel to Borderlands, published by 2K, developed by Gearbox. And, well, yeah, it's a pretty good game. You like to do a lot of free roaming kind of stuff. And, yeah, my brother really likes this game, and I'm pretty sure I do too. If you like shooting and looting. Yeah, you also get to do, like, yeah, fun gameplay with first-person action and collecting loot and character-building role-playing elements. Yeah. A bazillion weapons just got bazillion near. What? I don't get it. Borderlands 2 features millions of procedurally generated weapons. Oh yeah, it is possible. I don't know how it is, but it is. But yeah. This is pretty freaking fun for anyone who really likes to do all these kind of stuff. Has a character called Mordecai as well. Or is that Claptrap? I don't know. EA Sports Fight Night Round 4. Yeah, I don't really play much of this game. I don't even know what it's about though. I barely know what this is about. Because like, I don't really play sports games much. I don't really play especially not EA sports games. Like, I don't know what it's about. Yeah. Yeah, I'm lost for words for this game. Aliens vs. Predator. Yeah, the game published by Sega, developed by Rebellion, and it's based on the movie by Fox. Yeah, basically, hunter, survivor, prey. Intensely terrifying stuff, said Games Master. Which is a good magazine if you like reading gaming magazines. But yeah, this was a pretty interesting game because you get to like do all kinds of things that aliens and predators like to do. What's on the back? Oh, Bayonetta. I remember this had a sequel on the Wii U that was pretty much only made by Nintendo, pretty much. But yeah. This game is pretty cool. Battlefield 3. I don't play a lot of Battlefield. I mean, I don't know why, but I had a lot of Battlefield games downloaded back then on my old computer. Not on my old computer. I mean, like, on my computer before I decided to uninstall them to save space. But, yeah, this game, it's pretty, I don't know. So I know it's developed by DICE, and, yeah, I don't play a lot of this. That's actually the best multiplayer, online multiplayer. To be honest, actually, I don't know if this game is better or worse than COD. I know it could be better than Haddock or Trout, but I don't know. Yeah. I had to get all the Uncharted for this one. Uncharted 1, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3. More or less pretty much rated the same thing. Anyway. Let's start with the first one. You received a 9 out of 10. The best adventure game, the adventure game PS3 has been waiting for. If I remember, this was the first game we ever bought for the PS3. And this was before we even bought a PS3, so... yeah. You gotta remember, I got a PS3, like, for Christmas of 2008. And, yeah. If I remember, this was a pretty cool game. You get to, it's from the creators of Naughty Dog, and I think this was the first game of Naughty Dog's I've ever heard of. I mean, yeah, maybe I heard a bit of Crash Bandicoot, but I wasn't even aware of developers back then, as I am now. Yeah, these kind of adventure games are pretty cool. It's like, do stuff in them, like exploration and stuff. And the second one's pretty cool too. I don't know what this yellow circle means, though. I honestly don't know. I don't know if I see on a couple of things. I think it's on the cover of God of War 2, I think. Yeah. Yeah. And then the third one, which also has another circle. I didn't realize on the back there was something that says from Sir Francis Drake. There must be a beginning of any great matter, but the continuing unto the end, until it be thoroughly finished, yields the true glory, said Sir Francis Drake in 1587. Good to know. Drake's Deception, yeah. Uniquely cinematic online multiplayer. Interesting to know. Cover the Truth. I think they may have released trilogy onto PSN. Oh no, onto PS4. Yeah. These are pretty cool games from Naughty Dog, if I do say so myself. Lord of the Rings Conquest. Yeah. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Not biggest fan of them, but wow, leaflet for another game. Command and Conquer Red Alert 3. Coming soon on the PlayStation 3. Don't mind if I do. When you play it, plays like 3, Dwa. Lord of the Rings Conquest. Yeah. I don't know how to play. I don't really know much about this game. I mean, like, I know that you can, like, do whatever. I know it's like, I think it's like it's basically save Middle-earth or destroy it. There's a lot of these kind of games, aren't there? We had Shadow the Hedgehog and Undertale, but this isn't like, you know. Choose your side of the War of the Ring. Through all the battles of the films and for the first time through an all-new story in the Evil campaign. Ooh. Epic online battles featuring 16 player clashes in a variety of different modes. Which is good, because, like, you want to play multiplayer on Lord of the Rings, you can play as stuff. I don't know much about this, but I know it's like, I don't really do much, not a big fan of Lord of the Rings. I mean, I watched all the Hobbits, and I wasn't really a big fan of them. I kind of got a bit bored. I could say I have a short attention span, but, yeah. Metal Gear Solid 4. Yeah. Guns of Patriots. Tactical espionage action. Yeah. From Hideo Kojima, whatever. Konami. Or Konami if you suck at pronouncing things. Guns of the Patriots. Yeah, yeah. The Legendary Soul. A final mission. The Ultimate Sacrifice. Epic stealth action cinematic experience Metal Gear Online. Yeah, total stuff you want to know what to happen in your game. Yeah, I'd have it in my game too. The disc. I think this is the second game I got for the PS3 before even getting the PS3. Done some cool stuff for Old Dog, Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid 4. New trigger. This is like the Prima guide, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. No, it's not Prima. Oh, it is a guide, but it's not from Prima. It's from Piggyback Interactive, apparently. Free trial down 12 sample pages. Wow. That's cool to know. You get that in. Some pages have fallen out. But let's see, this one. I don't know why, but when I was a kid, I was like, oh no, why? I don't know why, but when I was a kid, I was like, oh no, it's not a snake. Why are you smoking? Smoking kills you. I don't know why I said that. I was just a dumb kid back then. But, yeah. Should probably start playing Metal Gear Solid, because I don't know why I don't play it. I really am in poor taste. Get in there, you stupid box. There we go. Call of Juarez. Bound in Blood. I have to say it slowly because I don't know. Published by Ubisoft, probably developed by Techland. The Land of Tech, probably. Don't mess with the McCalls. The Old West in 1864. Reminds you of that JonTron episode of Plug and Plays, where you would be incredible if you lit past 35 or something like that. Anyway, two wanted brothers prepare for war over the legendary gold of Juarez. They say blood is thicker than water, but this is no ordinary gold. These are no ordinary brothers. These are sisters. I don't know. I know this is a shooter, and yeah. Join Ubi.com. Free hints, tips, and support. Free access to demos and betas. Exclusive content from Ubisoft. We got some stuff. We have them. We have Sam Fisher here, and we have Ezio, I think, but no Rayman. Even though that is a Ubisoft character. MotorStorm Pacific Rift. I think this is the only MotorStorm game we have. Yeah, I think there might have been other games, but this is the only one we have. Rip it up in paradise. I have to say in Phil Collins, because I don't know. Fire up your engine for some brutal off-road racing on a dangerous and unpredictable tropical island. What it sounds pretty cool if you ask me. Yeah, I remember we have I haven't played this in years, but I remember we have a controller. We have a sort of thing to put the controller inside, to like a steering wheel, so you can make it so it looks more like you can play this game better. Yeah, it's a pretty good game if I remember. I haven't played it in years though. Oh, I forgot this was on the back of the box. Also available, Little Big Planet, a great game for anybody who really wants to be creative. Yeah, this is a pretty awesome game. And I suggest you get it. Oops. Alright, Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah, that's right. That's number 5. Oh, it was a terrible impression. Never do number 5's voice ever again. Even though you use her as an avatar. Anyway, Grand Theft Auto 5, yes. This is a freaking awesome game, and if you have never played it before, then what are you waiting for? Yeah, this game is freaking awesome. So, what can you do in Grand Theft Auto 5? Well, pretty much anything you can do in the game. Basically, just free roam, get caught up by police, and apparently you can do some other cool stuff too. Like, we can do some bike riding and make your own tracks. GTA Online is pretty fun too. If you don't really care about the story much, you can always go online and play some epic GTA. Yeah. And the disc. The manual, it's really, really thin. And of course, like every GTA game ever, it comes with a map. Which is always good, because all GTA games must come with a map. It's like the law or something. But yeah, this game is awesome, and if you never played it before, what are you waiting for? Need for Speed Carbon. Yeah, it's Need for Speed and it's made of carbon. I don't know. I don't really play a lot of Need for Speed games. The only ones I really played is Need for Speed Underground and Need for Speed Underground 2, which are my favorite ones. Mainly because they're race around in these games. And this one's basically just like the old one, I think. I think in the old ones you could like pretty much like go Need for Speed and stuff, and like yeah, and yeah, like, and the police is there too, if I remember. This is one of the most multi-platform games I've ever seen. I think it was released on every console at the time. Yeah. They always come with these on every EA game. Yeah. Need for Speed Shift. This is kind of like the Need for Speed games that are racers. Yeah. You know, like Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2, like I mentioned before. Anyway. What kind of driver are you? I'll tell you what kind of driver I am. An awesome one. Anyway. Race your way out. Waste your way and stamp your mark on the world to find your style and build your unique driver profile. Will you be feared or respected? Will you be capitalized as well? Compete against control, race, control, compete. Basically, this is a game where this is like racing again. Awesome. Racing, Need for Speed's racing games are always pretty cool. Yeah. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Yeah, this is now this is definitely like the ones of the olden days, because this is like this Need for Speed has police in it, like yeah. Yeah, you can play the cops and robbers. From the creators of the award-winning Burnout series, i.e. Criterion Games, which I believe also made the Renderware engine, but I don't think this would have used it, even though I don't think the Renderware engine was like used in like years. But yeah, this is a game that my dad received like Christmas in 2010, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. Oh, we got a map here on the case instead of it being as a manual, as a sort of leaflet like in GTA. Activate your online pass. See back manual cover for details. I'm gonna check if there's a code. Oh, there's a code. Let's cover it. Technically, you need to read Hot Pursuit online. It's like reading online passcode in the game. Yeah. Only 2 more games, I'm very pleased to say. Portal 2. Yeah. The Portal series is pretty cool. It's like cool mechanics of how you can like make portals from shooting like one portal and then shooting another portal, and then you can go through them and then you can pretty much teleport there. Yeah. The game's pretty cool. I mean, like, I definitely like the characters and how they like got these kind of people who did the voices. Like, there's Cave Johnson, there's GLaDOS, there's Wheatley, the villain, I believe, yeah. And he's played by Stephen Merchant, which is always cool, because, like, yeah. It's a shame that Ricky Gervais or Carl Pilkington aren't in this game, because that would make it even better than it already is. Anyway. Start thinking with Portal, one of 2011's most interesting, challenging blockbusters. Visit computerandvideogames.com. Includes free access to play on your PC or Mac via Steam. Too bad it's already been used up, but I already have the game on PC, so ha 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 ha. Well, I think I do anyway. I can't barely remember. Yeah, Portal 2. A really good game. Uh-oh. Code. Crap. Even though I already said it was used. I don't care, actually. Yeah. Pretty good. And the last game in the pile, I'm very pleased to say, Dragon's Dogma. exclusive. Incluye acceso anticipado a Resident Evil, demo disponible desde el 5 de septiembre 2012. That's basically includes anticipated access to Resident Evil 6, demo available until the 5th of September 2012, I think. Or it could be the 9th of May 2012, I don't think so, but it could. Must be the other one. Yeah, Dragon Dogma. It's not like Dragon's Lair or Dragon's Den. This is different. From Capcom, El destino del mundo, el corazón de un héroe. Sacrifica tu corazón y entrega tu destino al poder del dragón. Solo así podrás enfrentarte a la oscuridad como uno de los Arisen. Damn it. Anyway, the game is in Spanish, not for supply in the UK. Crap. If you sell in the UK, then pretty much you're screwed. I don't know much of this game, but all I know that it's a game that my brother bought, and yeah. Well, code. You know, just basically just telling you the Resident Evil 6 demo. A game my cat used to like, but then he started to hate it for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know much about this game. I'll leave it as that. Yeah. And that was my PS3 games collection. Sorry, it was like, probably, yeah. It was really long. I wonder how long it would be if you combine all the parts together. That seems to be like most of the parts. That seems like most of the collections anyway. Because, like, if you think about it. Yeah. So, what now? I guess we should start ending the video now. So, hope I had a fantastic time watching this. Probably not, but who cares? Yeah, this is the World of Jig 2012 signing out, and I hope you have the rest of the week to yourself. Sayonara.